Good morning, everyone. I am out for my morning walk. I don't do it every morning, but today it's going to be a walk. So I'm already into it, over a mile. I will probably have 3 miles into it when I'm done. But I just thought I would say good morning to everyone. It is a cool 50 degrees this morning, and I love it. So, what's everybody up to this Sunday? What is your wonderful plans? I think some of my plan is I'm going to take my grandson out to do a little practice driving. I took my granddaughter out for dinner last night, and we sat along the river, a restaurant that sits on the river, overlooking the river, and it wasn't very busy, which is very unusual. It was a little cloudy, so it had a little chill in the air, but we had a really nice time together. That was after I got back from the charming little town of Galena, which is pretty close to 100 miles north. I found some great finds. So I come back with a really nice lightweight sweatshirt, really nice fabric, not real heavy, and it's a pretty shade of green because I do look good in green, and it has a pine tree, and then it says outsider. And I thought that was very fitting for me because I am an outsider. I actually found that, excuse me, in a very, very nice, elegant furniture boutique. That's what I'm going to call it. Furniture boutique. I mean, pillows were like $400. So we need to get across here. Not much traffic, so I'm going to get across here real quick and safely. Are the horses out? There they are. Can you see them? Can you see the horsies up there feeding their tummies? So here we go. You know, and when you go someplace, why does it take longer to get somewhere than coming back? Isn't that the truth? Is it because we're just like anxious to get to our destination? But aren't we kind of anxious though to get back home? I don't know. Go figure. We're going to get up about 80 today. The sky is looking beautiful. So, I had my morning green amazing grass drink this morning, and I put a amazing grass, collagen in it. I have a vanilla one and a chocolate one. Now, I only started taking that collagen for about a week now. You know, I've read debates on that if that really does work or not, if there's really a benefit to it. We are going up an incline. Look at those quads and buttocks. I'm feeling it. This is great. Isn't this pretty? Who says Iowa is flat and all cornfields? That is not true. Iowa is not all flat. And going up to Galena yesterday, even on the highway, it is so scenic. We have so many ups and downs. You can just see for miles from one of the hilltops. And all the fields right now that are so green. It's just beautiful. Feeling good this morning.
We're trying.
They had a little sweat going. Trying. That's hilarious. You know, I'm not going to mention the name. We all know who I'm going to be referring to, and to them that I'm going to be referring to. And I know that I go on my rants about them and him. Isn't it beautiful? But you know, none of us are salt of the earth. We've only called out to what we've seen, you know. And now if he's in that situation condition, but what is truth? What is truth with Sarasota Tim? Is this another ploy? You know, has he bought subs? This is awful if he is faking this health medical situation for his benefit. I share something with you. My second husband, and I have lost two, and I know sometimes I speak things, and you're not to speak ill of the passing. I come into the marriage already with my two daughters, and we had known each other. I was in high school. He was 12 years older, My first husband was 12 or 15 years older also. Yeah. His ex-wife, my first husband's ex-wife, really was upset when I came into the picture. Called me his Barbie doll. But my second husband, he was an alcoholic. And I guess I didn't realize that when we saw each other some years before. And then he got married. So anyway, we ended up together. And my point is, when you use accidents, illness, anything like that for your benefit, it's wrong. And I am just a really firm believer in things and steadfast between right and wrong and lies. So and I don't know why, because he would have had, we're going to lose the sidewalk for a little bit. I forgot about that. We'll go this way. We'll go up through the church. I'm going to switch hands. Hang in with me. Please stay with me. Oh, won't you stay just a little bit longer? Oh, stay just a little bit more. Who is that? Jackson Brown. Okay, so my oldest one at that time was driving. And he said something to me, and I said, well, what excuse did you give them? I told him that my stepdaughter got in an accident. Guess what? There's that old caddy. It must be all fixed. It's a 64 caddy. Can you see it way over there? Way over there. I'll tell you that story about last Sunday. So that really upset me. Really upset me that why didn't he say, he had 2 children. Why didn't he use some excuse that something, happened to them? God forbid. But he used my daughter? I don't think, I'm a believer that you don't do those kind of things. Because you can bring things to you. That upset me. So if Sarasota Tim, like he has used so many things to get clicks or subs or, and brainwashes them. He better be careful what he brings into his life, into his body, because he doesn't need, he does enough damage to his body. All the coffee he drinks, the sodas he drinks, the sugar he puts in his body. Now, I do cook with oils, but they are organic and GMO oils. I don't know if that's what he uses. because I have learned and educated myself more that oils do have an important part of our health. It can be. Now, you don't saturate your food. Now, I am not a meat eater. Every once in a while I might have a hamburger. But I am chicken, turkey, and salmon. I couldn't tell you when I had a potato last. I do like some of my pastas. Sometimes it's like chickpea or something like that. Very limited pasta and rice. We're cutting through this church parking lot. This is all of their yard over here. But if that's what he's doing, you know, and he's crushing it all right. He's crushing his life. He's squishing it. And if he is lying, creating chaos for more sympathy and oh, feel sorry for me from his subs. I'm sorry, but it's wrong. It is so wrong. You know, when I come on and, you know, shared about my pain from, you know, I wasn't trying to get sympathy. I am so independent. I am one of the most independent people. It's hard for me to accept things from people because I don't want to appear weak. I don't know if it's because I was the youngest of 5 and I basically had to raise myself. I had to learn things on my own. We lived in the country. I can remember the road wasn't even paved for the longest time. I remember our one snowstorm, we were snowed in for 3 full days. Nothing but snow. So, my walk is about ending. So, I shared with you some beautiful landscapes and nature. Didn't hear much birds. And it's starting to warm up. The sun's coming up and I can feel it. So it's time to change my outfit when I get home and soak in the coolness. Isn't that wonderful to have evenings like that and mornings like that? Can you hear the church bells? I can hear a woodpecker. So, in closing, I did speak of Sarasota Tim and my thoughts on if this is what's going on. And I've shared about him having that advantage plan. And yes, there are certain things. I think no matter what state you live in, that advantage plan would help cover a percentage depending on what advantage plan he has. Now, if I remember, he said he paid like $20 a month for it. Now, that can come right out of your Social Security So he doesn't have to make sure and do that payment. I don't pay anything for my Advantage plan. I pay zero. I pay no copays, nothing like that. I haven't had to pay anything so far on any of my medical except for that bone graft, which was $500. But states vary. And I know someone said that Florida, a lot of physicians' offices had signs up. No, not everybody takes the Advantage plan. I don't go to a local physician. I go to a university, and I get all my care through the university hospital. I have to go about 55 miles when I go to get my MRIs and blood work and everything. But the benefit is I get to go to Trader Joe's, and I get to go shopping at Anthropology, which my wardrobe is turning into Anthropology. So, because I work pretty much every day, I don't mind going at all because it gets me out of town. If I have something that comes up, and I just go into one of the clinics here, and I don't have an expense. If I had I forget, little ear crystals, and I was really dizzy, and I was in the hospital for 2 days, and everything was covered. So even our local hospitals here take advantage, and some of my clients, my seniors, have the Advantage plan, and one just had the vein procedure done on her legs. Zero. No copay, no nothing. It was all covered. So I don't know why some people have had issues with the Advantage plan. You know, I mean, I even get ambulance, covered with nothing. It can just depend on the plan that you pick with your maximum. And with everything that I have had done, I am hardly even touched actually my max. And I hate to admit it, but I will be getting some little hearing aids, and that's all covered in my allowance. And I had my eye exam, and that was all covered. If I wanted to get some eyewear, which reading glasses right now work for me fine, that I can just buy like at General Dollar, that would cover so much. And I wouldn't have, depending on what I want, I wouldn't have anything out of pocket. So I don't understand. I mean, I understand what people are saying, but I don't understand because all of our hospitals here and our walk-in clinics accept the Advantage plan. There are different types of Advantage plans. Now, the one that I could have chosen, nobody accepted that plan. But I have United Healthcare. And so, you know, like, for instance, for my hearing, I called them back and I said, I don't have that plan. I think I had that plan for a month, and then they're like, well, we don't accept that. So then I switched it to United Healthcare, and they're like, yeah, we take that. So I didn't have a problem whatsoever. So anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday. I know I've thrown in more than what I had planned, but I hope everybody enjoys my walk. God bless.